Today, we're going to talk about something every single person who's ever tried to build something online knows all too well, the empty room problem. But we're also going to look at a brand new technology that says it can solve it for good. And that could change, well, pretty much everything.
I mean, really think about it for a second. You build a new app, a new community, whatever it is. How do you get that first person to show up? And then the next one. It is a massive, uphill battle that every single creator has to fight.
You could literally have the best idea in the world with the most amazing features, but you always start from scratch. You're in an empty room, trying to convince people to create yet another account, remember another password, build another profile. That friction, it's an absolute killer for new ideas.
But what if you didn't have to start from zero? What if you could flip a switch and on day one, your new platform had an audience just waiting to log in?
Well, that is the core promise behind the new Web4 Studio version 3.5. It's a platform for building decentralized social networks, and we're going to break down exactly how it plans to make that empty room problem a thing of the past.
And let's be clear, this is not just a few new bells and whistles or a slicker design. We're talking about a fundamental, ground-up shift in how online communities are actually built.
The engine that makes all of this possible is something called the UID protocol. That's Universal Identity. And honestly, this is the real game changer in this whole story.
So, the old way, the world we live in right now, is all about these walled gardens, right? Your account on one platform is totally separate from another. You're constantly starting over. The new way, with this UID protocol, creates a global identity layer. You have one ID that works everywhere, letting you just glide between platforms.
So what exactly is this UID protocol? The best way to think about it is like a universal passport for the web. It's a single, secure ID that you own and you control, not the big tech platforms. You decide where to use it. It's your ticket to this whole new decentralized web.
And here's the payoff. By building on this protocol, your new network isn't some isolated island anymore. Anyone out there with UID can just log in instantly. You're tapping into a massive pre-existing global user base from the second you launch. That empty room problem, it just disappears.
Okay, so that's the why. It's a pretty revolutionary idea. But now let's get into the how. Because a universal identity layer is a fantastic concept. But is it actually easy to build with? Let's take a look at how Web4 Studio version 3.5 makes it, well, simple.
The new Studio is designed to be incredibly accessible. They've got a much cleaner dashboard, so you're not digging through menus. The drag and drop tools mean pretty much anyone can build something cool. No coding required, and you can even do the whole thing right from your phone.
The whole point here is speed and simplicity. It's about taking all the technical complexity out of building a social network so the creators can actually focus on what matters, building their community, not fighting with their tools.
Now, beyond just making it easier to build, version 3.5 gives creators a ton of control over the fundamental nature of their communities, right from the very start.
It really all comes down to a simple question. When a stranger shows up at your new network's front door, what do you want them to experience? A locked door that says members only, or a window that lets them see the party inside? So now you can make that call before you even launch. You can set your network to private if you want a members-only, exclusive kind of vibe, or you can set it to public to make it as open and easy to discover as possible. It's a huge strategic choice that's now completely in your hands.
And this chart breaks down that choice perfectly. You can have everyone who's not a member hit a login screen. They basically have to knock on the door to get in. Or you can show them a read-only version of the newsfeed, letting them look around before they join. One is all about exclusivity, the other is all about discovery.
Of course, the update also packs in more powerful tools to make these communities feel alive. We're talking way better content filtering, seamless support for photos, videos, you name it, and real-time activity streams so the whole place feels dynamic and engaging.
So when you put this all together, the universal identity, the simpler building tools, the deeper creator control, what does it actually mean for the future of the social web?
Well, the folks behind this are making a pretty bold claim. They're not saying the future is coming, they're saying it's already here.
Now, I think that's the key takeaway. This isn't just about one new product. It's about laying down a whole new foundation, a new set of rules for a more open, interconnected social web that's actually owned by its users.
Which leaves us with a final, really fascinating question to chew on. In a world where your identity is universal and new networks aren't lonely islands anymore, what does the word platform even mean?
The lines get really blurry. And you know what? That might just change everything.